What can you tell us? I know you're very close to a lot of the people there on the ground, including Juan Guaido, Leopoldo Lopez, a number of them. Where are we on this?
Yeah, I think it's being covered all wrong by a lot of people. Some of the articles I've read, they keep writing that Maduro has control of the country. He doesn't. Understand this. Everybody needs to understand. Juan Guaido has none of the trappings of office. He doesn't have bodyguards. He doesn't have any of the instruments of state government. And he, just by himself, through his courage and his bravery, has 53 nations that have recognized him, has crippling sanctions imposed on Maduro. Maduro can't even travel outside the Miraflores Palace and military bases to move around the country. He can convene, Guaido can convene thousands of people to the streets, and they have to brave tear gas and rubber bullets, even real bullets, and arrests in order to do it. Maduro doesn't have control of the country. Guaido is able to mobilize the people to insist this man leave. There is no way that Maduro holds on. And adding to all this, Maduro is surrounded by a bunch of people that have been actively negotiating an exit strategy for Maduro, that have been plotting against him, and he knows this.
Okay.
As he sits at this table.
Let's talk about that. So, but what happened? Because three of them were all set, ready to defect to Guaido's side, and then at last minute, the 11th hour, what happened? Because,
well, I didn't say they were courageous.
He's still there at Miraflores Palace.
Yeah, well, he can be in Miraflores, but he can't. What kind of president can't even travel abroad to have meetings with foreign leaders? What kind of leader can't even travel in his own country? Can't even go outside the walls of his compound for fear of what would happen? What kind of leader is in control when they don't even trust the people that's around him? Now, these people around him that are plotting, I didn't say they were brave. I didn't say they were principled. I didn't even say they care about the future of Venezuela. They're trying to cut a deal for themselves. They have a big problem, and that is that just like Fredo and The Godfather, this guy knows what they did, and at the appropriate time, if he were to hang on, he's going to come after them. So they better act soon, or they're going to be in a lot of trouble. But there is no way Maduro holds on. He is slowly bleeding out. His regime is slowly bleeding out, and we just got to keep pushing and supporting Juan Guaido, who, I got to tell you something, is one of the bravest leaders I have ever seen in my time in politics. I've never seen anyone at great personal, not political risk, personal risk of being murdered or jailed is out there in the street every single day doing what Maduro can never do, and that is interacting directly with the people of his country.
You're right on that. I was amazed and continue to be amazed at the access people have to him, given that he's a walking target who Maduro clearly would like to get rid of any way he could. Let me ask you about the political environment we're in right now. Unfortunately, everything's politicized. And to me, this is a story, by the way, where you got right and you got wrong. And sometimes in life, it's just it's good to do the right thing, and there are people that are struggling that are so close to home for us that we should want to be able to assist in some way. But Ilhan Omar feels quite differently, and she basically blames the United States for everything that's happening in Venezuela right now. I want to show you what she had to say and get your reaction, Senator Rubio. Here we go.
A lot of the policies that we have put in place has kind of helped lead the devastation in Venezuela, and we've sort of set the stage for where we are arriving.
Who said that?
Okay, so that's Ilhan Omar, the representative from Minnesota. So somehow the problems of Venezuela are the United States' and the result of whatever the United States has done.
Look, I think she was just recently elected. She has no idea what she's talking about. She's just making it up. She doesn't really, she doesn't even follow this issue. Most of the people in Washington haven't followed this issue. She has no idea what she's talking about. I mean, the sanctions that are on Maduro have been in place for 2 months. Before that, all the sanctions were on individuals. She won't find a single Venezuelan other than those in the regime that would even agree with. It's ridiculous. They've stolen the money. They've degraded the country by literally stealing. They haven't upgraded their, for example, the electric grid in 25 years. Any money that was ever made from the oil was stolen and put into people's pockets. So honestly, I don't even feel like addressing the comment because it's not an informed one. It's not an intelligent one. It's silly. It's ridiculous. And it's actually embarrassing.
Yeah. Senator Rubio, my thanks to you.